stars singing, skies are blue. The world's awake, it's time for you. Start it right, you know it's true. Anson in the morning.
Good morning. It's time for Anson in the morning. I'm Anson. I'm here. You're there. Let's get this done. All right. So, a little stuffed up this morning. It's kind of cold out there, and my wife loves the fan on when we sleep. So, I guess it got me stuffed up. Excuse me. Yeah, that's attractive to do a show listening to me sniffle and snort all day. All right. So, title of today's show, Less Traveled. The road less traveled? I don't know. But I don't like to talk politics on here. I just don't. Because I don't always know what I'm talking about. Like, I watch a lot of stuff on TV, you know, I get the stuff on my phone and all that shit. But what I don't do is I try not to spend a lot of time just staring at the TV, staring at the news and pondering shit. I don't know. This has been bugging me. I was looking forward to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I do every year. It's funny. I don't go. I'm just saying I was looking forward to watching it. I watch it on C-SPAN. And this year was nuts, right? We had the guy that bust in and tried to get Trump, or tried to get the people there. I don't even know any of the facts because there are no facts out there. Listen, some of the people, I'm going to move this camera down. Some of the people that I follow on social media, the very second it happened, what do they say? Trump was attacked at the White House correspondent, or there was an attack at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. They shot the shooter. He's dead. That's not what happened. The shooter's not dead. Shooter's alive. They showed pictures of him 5 minutes later on the ground, and guys, you don't need to report everything the second it fucking happens. Wait till the facts come out. So he got shot by Secret Service right away. No, he didn't. He's alive. He's going to go to court. I mean, this is the whole thing. He's already seen a judge, I think. But what bothers me is this fake reporting right off the bat. We have to have the first to break the fucking news. And if it's not us breaking the news first, well, then we'll make something up. And as you guys know, I have no love for our president. I have love for my country, but I have no love for my president, or for this president. But stop with the conspiracy theories. Okay? Stop it. Can't you guys, it's always got to be so. There was Trump over there in the wings standing by. It's like, shut up. You guys don't know. You don't know anything. Okay? No, nobody's setting this stuff up. Trust me. These aren't conspiracy theories. They're not, the Secret Service didn't set this up so Trump could promote his ballroom. Trump promoted the ballroom because that's the kind of person he is. He knows when to take an opportunity. I'm not saying he's a good guy, but I'm saying he knows when to seize an opportunity. That's why he's Trump. That's why he's got. Do you have your name? Anybody watching on the side of a building? No, he does, because he knows how to take the opportunity. Fine, but not everything is a conspiracy theory, guys. I was talking to my co-host on PNS After Dark, Jacob. And I was like, hey, at least we sent Apollo 11 around the moon. No, we didn't. What do you mean we didn't? I mean, what would make you think that we didn't do that? Why? It's like the pyramids, right? Oh, there's no way man could have built that. Well, we found out they did. So why are we so quick to put down human ingenuity? Why do we have to say we're dumb and we couldn't ever possibly build the pyramids? Or everything's got to be it was the CIA. Well, maybe it was the CIA that killed JFK. That one I don't know about. That's one of the few conspiracies that I actually believe a few different things is the JFK thing. But like with the Trump assassination attempts, they're like, oh, why is Trump trying to get assassinated all the time? Well, because he's trying to get popular and he's trying to do this and that. No, because people don't like the guy. And this is what happens when you're a president and people don't like you. They take shots at you. It wasn't. Okay, so if it was a conspiracy set up, who set this one up? Who set up this shooting or this attempted shooting at this hotel? Who was that? Trump? He ain't smart enough for that shit. I mean, maybe it could have been some of his advisors, but not without it getting out. That shit doesn't happen without, somebody leaking, especially in this administration. People love to leak in this administration. We would have heard. or something would have happened. We would have found out that this was faked or that it was whatever. Guys, this isn't, like I said, I'm not a Trump guy. I hate him. I really do. Every time I see his fat, I'm not any better looking. In fact, I think he might even look about the same as me, and I'm 40 years younger than him. Not the point. I just don't think that everything in the world has to be a conspiracy. It's not always the government. Maybe sometimes somebody just gets pissed and rushes into a hotel and tries to shoot a bunch of people. It's not, it doesn't have to be like that. It's just like going to the Apollo 11. Why would we fake Apollo 11? What money is there to be made by that? What gain? We took pictures up there that haven't been taken before. We brought them back. Other whatever. It's all. You guys don't think that we have the ingenuity to do it, or maybe Americans or humans don't have the mind power to do this stuff. That's what you think. So you have to make up a conspiracy, or maybe for you guys, it's just better to make up a conspiracy because, well, shit, that explains everything. That explains it all. Stuff that we don't know, we know. But that's the other thing, right? So you got 9/11. We're going to talk a little bit about this. Bunch of pissed off people flew a couple of planes into the World Trade Center, into the Pentagon, and I think one was headed for the White House that got downed in a cornfield. Cool. Not cool, but you know what I mean. The facts. But now all of a sudden it has to be an inside job. Why? Why does it have to be an inside job? So the some of the facts don't line up? Well, guess what? This was a chaotic situation that's never happened before. So what facts do you have to compare it to? Everybody's got to jump the gun. You see a light in the sky, it's got to be a fucking alien. It's got to be something. It's always something, right? It can't ever just be, maybe it's a satellite. It's got to be the craziest thing you guys can think of. Something terrible happens to somebody, and you guys, it's like I'm hearing this thing where like the gun didn't line up with Charlie Kirk's whatever, or I don't know. Now, do I think Trump was shot in the ear? No, I think that it was a ricochet that probably got a little piece of him behind the ear. Something caused him to, I don't know. You were shot in the ear, you're going to bleed a lot more than that. I do believe there was a shoot, but I don't think it was set up. I don't think this was a conspiracy. None of this is it's just all bullshit. And I'm kind of sick of it because when you have so many voices out there now available, like me, I'm just an asshole with a microphone. And if you guys want to watch me, cool. I don't know why you do, but thank you. If you have a microphone and a platform, for some reason, a lot of people just want to spread bullshit, just to spread bullshit. Now, is it for likes and views and cool shit like that? Fine. But what you're going to realize over time, you people that are doing this for clicks and views and likes without spreading any facts or looking into the reporting that you do before you do it, you're going to find that people are going to call you on your bullshit faster than not, because the more people that get educated and then see your crap, you get left behind because you don't take the initiative to do real reporting. You just want to spread the gossip and spread the bullshit to sensationalize anything going on, like anything. I was watching some clips of one of the baseball games the other night, and it wasn't even a big deal. But this announcer that was announced, not the baseball announcer, but the guy that was talking about it on social media, was sitting there yelling about it. And can you believe that he? Why are you yelling? Calm the fuck down. That's another thing, is all these social influencers or social media people or whatever that have to scream when they're announcing the news. This just in, Trump was shot at the White House correspondent. Take a breath, dude. Do you ever see Walter Cronkite get it? Well, you don't. You guys are too young to know who Walter Cronkite is. Go take a look back at the real newsmen of the day. They didn't report opinion. They didn't report anything but what the news was, and they moved on to the next. Just like when John F. Kennedy was shot. Walter Cronkite was like, John F. Kennedy died this morning at this time and this time. I don't remember the speed. And now sports. Not, he was the greatest president. I think that there was something going on. CIA was involved. No, he didn't say any of that shit. And now sports. It was the news. But there is no news anymore. It's like when I'm kind of a Democrat guy. I'll turn on CNN. I don't anymore. I'm done with all of that shit. But getting my news from anywhere else is just as bad now, right? There is no news. So where do we go for news? What's the road less traveled for news? Well, I'll tell you what. and you can send the CIA to my door, but I read the BBC and I read Al Jazeera. I'll tell you why. And I know I'm not a Muslim. No, I don't support Sharia law or any of that crap. The reason that I read these is because it gives a different, and it's not always news, but it gives a different take on what people think of America, not what Americans think of America. Because I'll remember one time I heard an interview with Mick Jagger, and they're like, how does it feel to be a rock and roll superstar? And he goes, babe, it's hard to see the painting when you're in the painting. Right? So read BBC News, read Al Jazeera, read, I don't care. Read the Scottish Times, whatever the fuck it is. Just read something different than American media and see what's really going on out there. And you're going to find that the conspiracies don't look quite so sensational anymore when you look at them through someone else's eyes. They just don't. So I hope you guys are doing good. It's been a quiet week here at home. My boys signed up for football, so we got to take them to that here in a couple of days. My daughter's first track meet is tonight. She's an 8th grader. Quicker than shit. Of course, it's a 30-minute, which isn't a lot, but it's a 30-minute windy drive up the coast here to take her to the thing, which I'm looking forward to seeing her run. She loves to run, and she's really good at it. So, solid. Oh, that coffee's hot. That hurt. Ooh, I tried to slam a cup. Anyway, so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a political thing because that's not what I want. That's not what this show's about. This show's about Anson in the morning and what I do after I do this show and all week long. Sorry, my wife doesn't sleep too well sometimes, and when she doesn't sleep, I don't sleep. Toss and turn, and she had the fan on, so still a little stuffy and not quite focused. And the shows I usually keep the show about 15 minutes to a half hour. It's just me ranting, and I think we're gonna go a little bit about 15 today, not too much longer. Although PNS After Dark last week, shit, we went for 2 hours. We've never done that, but we had a good show, guys. Listen, please, good on YouTube. Type in PNS After Dark, and check us out. It's a fun show with me and Jacob. We get to sit and jaw jack, drink, smoke weed, just let it all out. Doesn't matter. And it's really good. Please check it out. Also, I got to tell you guys, hit the subscribe or the like or the follows or whatever you're watching this on, or give me a heart somewhere on the Facebooks if you're wherever you're watching it. Just say, hey, you're doing all right, Anson. So listen, guys, I guess the bottom line is we all got to start thinking for ourselves. Every one of us, because we're not thinking for ourselves. We're letting the news, and we're letting social media, and we're letting corporations and products tell us what to do. And it's funny that the person who thinks for themselves is usually the one that's called an outlier. Oh, he's crazy. He's got weird thoughts. Don't listen to him. Well, maybe he's the one that's educated. Maybe he's the one that knows something. Maybe take a lesson from him. I'll leave you guys on this note today. Reminds me of this time that I was walking downtown with my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, and we saw this homeless guy, and he had Timberland boots on, a white tuxedo with a black shirt, and I believe a white bow tie, Mickey Mouse ears, and was filthy from head to toe. It wasn't a new tuxedo. And just walking. And I happened to tap my wife when I went like this. And I said, hey, that could be God. Think about it, right? Trying to interact with daily people, dressing up all weird. Maybe people didn't like who he was. I guess the point of that is you never know what you're looking at until you look at it differently. So do that with the news, guys. Don't fall into the conspiracy theories that everybody wants to propose, because that just really, when people start proposing conspiracy theories about shit, all that means is I don't know what I'm talking about. And I want to say this right before we leave here. A huge thumbs up to the guy who called out to Erica Kirk while she was walking out of the correspondence dinner in tears. Somebody yelled out, "Why so sad?" Good job, dude. You get the Anson thumbs up of the day. That was pretty good. All right, guys. I just wanted to check in with you, let you guys know what's going on in the world of Anson, how I feel about what's going on. And now next week will be the same old thing. I'll be here trying to figure out what's going on with this stupid world of ours, and we'll sit here and talk about it together. All right, guys. Until then, I love you. See you next week.